Welcome back, YouTube. Today we got a chest day, shoulders, triceps, and yeah, just push day really. But warming up here, just stretching the pecs out a little bit, getting everything fired up to get a sick chest pump despite the lower calories. Kind of feeling the lower calories a little bit more today. Not the best sleep, going to bed a little hungry, and yeah, but it'll all be worth it. We're just gotta spend some time and adjust. So not changing really anything else, not trying to like do more caffeine, more pre-workout, anything like that. Just give the body time. Yeah, so working sets in the 8 to 12 rep range for the first two sets, just like usual. Then we'll hit a back down set in the 12 to 15 rep range. But yeah, able to hit the same reps as last week despite feeling a little bit more fatigued, a little bit more tired today. We are heading out of town, leaving to San Antonio tomorrow for a family wedding. So we'll be out at Muscle Factory, checking that out. Maybe run into Big J, John Jewett out there. We'll see. We linked up a little bit. We have a new fit connection, so maybe we'll see him, do some work, say hi. But other than that, just keeping in the routine, traveling with the food, keeping everything dialed in prep, just living that life.
The hitting position is always out wide. So bring that right hand out wide. Yeah. And then, yep, there you go. Now, right. Now bring that left foot back out. And now bring it right in.
Making a calculated decision. It's kind of the importance of like having a general log book. So last week we hit a top set with 2 plates, 225, so a little over 3 plates for a set of 10, and then we followed that up with a set of 7, so we didn't hit the second set in the range that we wanted to. So we dropped off the 25s for the second set, was able to hit 12. So we know maybe next week we do, a 25, a 25, or excuse me, 245s, 225s for the first set, then drop off maybe 25 and then put on a 10, and that'll probably be right in the sweet spot. But now we'll drop off, try to get like 12 to 15, but because we're a little bit more fresh, we won't drop off as much as we maybe normally would. Just trying to make the most out of every single set, every single rep. And sometimes you overthink it, sometimes you underthink it, but when you have a logbook or just a general concept of past performance, it's a little easier to make informed decisions. It makes a big difference in the long run. Okay, last set here before we go to flies. So hitting incline flies here, really trying to, as much as you can, whether it's scientifically proven or not, kind of isolate and bias upper chest fibers. So really just focusing on keeping that path kind of starting off more horizontal and then kind of coming upwards, more eye height. And I find that really just any kind of fly movement is best seated and braced. I think if you can brace a muscle, you can decrease the amount of stability that's coming from other parts of the body, so you can just fire the appropriate muscles you're trying to train and not, you know, try to shoot a cannon from a canoe. A little bit of a mechanical drop set there, so arms staying really, really long. And then as we fatigue, just bending them a little bit more, just to get a little extra time under tension. But we're gonna move on. Flat press in the prime, keep it moving. Flat pressing here, so just taking the opportunity to focus on force, not focus so much on having to stabilize, and just keeping everything really loaded in the chest. Good quality stretch, good quality squeeze. Just a lot less thought. That's a good weight, good stimulus, good chest contraction. If we'd gone heavier, probably would have maybe given up a little bit of stimulus. So good solid weight, same weight we did last time. And yeah, no need to try and push it higher today with fatigue and less than ideal sleep. So then last set, shoot again for like that 12 to 15 rep range. We're keeping the weight just about the same. Did only like a 5% drop, but we're switching to the cam position 5, so it'll be a little bit harder in the most lengthened phase down here, difficult in the middle, and then it'll let off a little bit at the top. So we're just gonna focus on keeping constant tension. As soon as you get up to the top, just shy of lockout, we'll start the eccentric. Just keep the chest pumping. stimulus is feeling good though, so did not get 12 on that last one. But we've got dips after this, so we're not going to do a drop set. We'll just keep that in mind for next week. A little bit less fatigue, maybe try that same weight again, and if we don't hit it next week, then 2 weeks from now, we'll probably have to make a bigger drop. So just kind of depends, but just projecting. So similar concept here, just hitting the last set on the cam position 5. So again, harder in the stretch position, harder in the middle, and a little easier as we get close to like peak contraction. Okay, we're gonna move on shoulders, hit some triceps, and then we'll be done. Yeah, I really like doing these on this cable machine, kind of an incline format. One, it allows me to not really worry about core position, torso position. I can just lay back and stay braced, like I was talking about with the chest flies, but also getting more range of motion under appropriate load, being able to go like well above perpendicular, or well above, I guess, parallel to the ground in this case. Yeah, just get that delt into an even more shortened position than we would on like the prime machine, where you kind of get stuck like right here. So we hit 2 sets here in that kind of, well, first set was like 18, but the idea was 12 to 15. So now we're gonna hit sets in time, kind of like the 20, 25 range ideally, with slightly lighter weight. We'll see. We just kind of lost count and repped it out there. But yeah, for me, I've always found shoulders just grow under a lot of volume. So trying to get just a lot of repetitions, not a whole lot of movement variety really when it comes down to shoulders, right? You have raise variations, and overhead pressing for the most part. Obviously, you're going to get some front delt with more horizontal and incline pressing, but for the most part, shoulders are built with a lot of lateral raises and presses. Oh, shoulders are done. Easy to say that. It's triceps, then post-workout meal. Need to be further away. So I can be a little bit more loaded at the top. Whew. So just hitting triceps from all different angles today. Did some lying skull crushers just to kind of get more of an overhead position, keep the elbows fixed, and just extend in that kind of top range. Really just isolate that meaty top portion of the tricep. Now we're gonna go just straight old school press downs and then cross extensions. That's feeling pretty spicy. Yeah, so for triceps, things are a little different today, at least. We're hitting 3 different movements, 2 sets of each, so 6 sets total, and everything just kind of in that higher rep range. 12, 15, 20 if we can get it. So a little more upper bias, more kind of hybrid bias, and now we'll go cross extensions. We're gonna get that inner kind of ball and that tricep to really pop a little bit more, get things real freaky in that elbow insertion. Whew. One more set. Okay, let's get back there and talk about it. Okay, so yeah, honestly, came into today pretty tired, pretty fatigued, but once we just got moving, everything felt really good. So try not to use, your mood and energy levels, upon waking or before you get moving, getting your blood flowing as an indicator of how you're gonna do, just because once you get your body moving, get everything warmed up, you might surprise yourself a little bit, hitting some reps I didn't think I was gonna hit today, matching a lot of reps that we got last week when we were feeling really good. So yeah, just trying to get everything ready for travel this weekend, heading again out to San Antonio for a wedding. So yeah, just been scrambling around trying to get everything prepped for the gym to be good while I'm gone, the house to be good, the dog to be good, all that situation. And then of course, just making sure I have all the supplies to stay on plan while we're traveling and on the road. So luckily we'll be staying with family, so I've got unlimited fridge space, unlimited kitchen access. So nothing too crazy, but yeah, overall feeling really good, feeling really energetic and awake now. Got the blood flowing, and yeah. So checking in tomorrow. We got our almost 10-week check-in tomorrow with Nick. So we'll see how weight's looking, see how body composition's looking. Practice some posing a lot today. Practice some posing tomorrow with Sheila before we hit the road. And then, yeah. So we'll be working out at Muscle Factory in San Antonio. Looking forward to it. It's a great gym. A lot of good people training there, a lot of good people, big athletes, things like that. So it'll be a fun environment to work out in and do my thing, stay on task, stay on plan. So we'll get a little peek, see how things are looking. Getting some fun lines in, but yeah, we're feeling pretty good about the direction things are moving in. Keeping that waist coming down, getting those lats nice and wide, getting that chest up, and then just been working on vacuums, trying to keep that waist under control. Whenever we're transitioning and moving, we're keeping everything just locked in for the most part. So no complaints, just walking around, trying to keep everything real tight, so we can just do that all day on stage without any effort. But that is all I have to say for today. We'll do some posing practice, and yeah, just get ready to hit the road. Bo Alexander, Adapt Fitness, Dallas, Texas. We will see you on the next one for a Full Body Friday. Bye.